Hello and welcome to the Chuděj digital tool tutorial, where we will show you how to manage specifications and generate customized BIM objects. The tool comes from BIM Project Cloud family and is completely cloud-based, so it works in any web browser. We don't need to open Revit to start. After login, we end up on the dashboard where all our specifications are saved. Clicking on New Specification will show us all available categories. Each specification is bound to a category, which represents a product type. We will select the product type we want to specify, in our case, linear drains under plumbing and piping. Now let's specify a few requirements for our product. First, we will choose a geometry type. In the Revit BIM model, requirements are represented by parameters. For geometry requirements that we don't need and we leave inactive, default values will be used so the 3D model won't fall apart. Other unchecked requirements that represent the product's properties won't be used at all. Let's create our first BIM object. To add the drain to our BIM model, we need a working link to Revit. This is maintained by BIM Project Cloud plugins, which are also available for free. You can download installers directly from the link provided in the app. After installation, the plugin runs automatically, so you don't need to activate it. If you need to check if the plugin was installed properly, you will find it in the Add-ins tab. Let's try to insert the linear drain again. Now the connection is live and you can see a confirmation table, where you can choose what will happen in your BIM model. We will go with the Create New tab to create a new linear drain family. We recommend keeping the default Revit family name to keep the consistency of RFA files in your projects. Now we generated a new BIM object which was automatically inserted into our BIM model. You can see that only the selected requirements and default geometry values were used. It seems that our drain is still too long. Let's measure the tiles in the shower corner so we can fit the linear drain in between. We need to select the linear drain as we want to work further with it. Now let's change the length and add an odor trap, then update the selected linear drain. The confirmation table knows we have an object selected in Revit, so it gives us the Update Selection tab automatically. We can see that the object's parameter values were updated, and the geometry changed its dimensions accordingly. In a later project stage, we will need to find a corresponding real product. To open the product database, we switch to the Real Product tab. Our requirements now work as filters so we can see only relevant products. After clicking on the product card, we can see in detail all of its properties. There are also various links referring to the product in the Documents and Links tab. We like this product so we can assign it to our specification. You can see that our requirements remained intact, and the Insert to a BIM model button has changed to a brand color. That means instead of our requirements we can insert this product into our BIM model. In the confirmation table, the best option for us now is the Replace Selection tab. Since we didn't change the geometry type and we are using the same Revit family, we just create a new type. The default type name is the name of the assigned product. Now we created a new linear drain type and replaced the selected instance with it. All the product properties were inserted into the BIM model. To have a better overview of our work, we set the name of this linear drain type. You can also save the specification anytime. The specification will be listed on our dashboard, and we can get back to it anytime by simply clicking on it. If our Revit project is based on our studio's internal standards, we will need to work with our own shared parameters. We can achieve that by setting up the parameter mapping. To do that, we open Settings and Integrations. By clicking on New Set, we are configuring rules for the parameter mapping. We will be pairing the default BIM Project Cloud parameters with our project's shared parameters, so we need to upload our shared parameter file first. On the right side, we can see all shared parameters from the uploaded file in their categories. If you wish this parameter to be filled with a value from BIM Project Cloud parameter, just select which one to use from the list in the left column. Here we want to use the parameter length instead of the BIM Project Cloud length and width instead of width. After we save the set, we need to make sure that it is active. You can create as many sets as you need. Now let's go back to our linear drain specification and replace the current object in a project with a new family. Our project's shared parameters have now been used instead of the default ones. Go on and start working on your own specifications at chuděj.app.bimprojectcloud.